Greetings there, my fellow brewers. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Ale Abbey. Episode 4, Bandits and Market Saturation. Alright, research, ill, or your life, done. So now we can, shelf life on the stale ale is the worst. So we go to the Bandits here, select ale, stale ale, and I'll just give them all of it. We max out their reputation, and I free up space in our cellar. A win-win, if you will. I think I might take out a loan so that I can finish this herbal unlocker brew. Yeah, I'm just going to ask for a loan. So that we can unlock herbal ale and break into Malsdorf's herbal market. Because I at this point, I don't really have anyone to sell to. I can keep making light beer for Malsdorf, but I guess the profit margins of light beer isn't terrible. Sometimes what ends up happening in this game is, despite being a Tycoon game, like, you can definitely sort of run out of money. You can't, like, fail, because the game doesn't have, like, a game over type condition as far as I'm aware. But, early game, it could definitely be challenging to make money because you can't brew in bulk. So if you're brewing to fulfill quests, you can find yourself in a situation where you're just like struggling to make ends meet because you keep questing. That's a bit of a pitfall. So Herbal Unlocker was a 38 for the other brew. So again, the Mold Ale was a 43 and unknown, and the Herbal Unlocker was a 38-36. So the Herbal Unlocker I'm going to get rid of as a recipe, because we don't need it anymore. But there we go! We got Florins, which is really helpful. Fame and Max Fermentine, raising our pot max, and unlocked Herbal Style. So now if we go out to the world map, you can see that Malsdorf is asking for Herbal Ale, but Hoppendorf is not. So let's try to make our first batch of herbal ale. Eucalyptus, Groot, honey, amber, pale, and standard yeast. And then we'll just keep adding more ingredients. So these are pretty expensive batches to make, to be fair. Right, we want to raise... Well, actually, foam is 0 is kind of okay, but we'll raise the foam up a little bit. There we go. So this is our first batch of herbal. And I'll name it the K386, apparently. So, congrats to the raffles, but that's a weird name. Merps writes it up. And then while we write that up, I'll just make some Yodelite for Malsdorf for money. So the Herbal Unlocker, we're just going to nix. And then this, I'm just going to sell to Hoppendorf, even though they don't really care for it. We're very close to Hoppendorf's max rep, and then we can just not worry about what Hoppendorf wants. We're also about to hit a milestone at Malsdorf. So after this batch of Yodelite, we'll probably hit whatever that next milestone is at Malsdorf for progress. Also, if you're wondering, later on you get a lot more batch requests, which allows you to like help pay the bills. But I do have enough money to technically repay the loan, but I want a little bit more overhead than 200 florins. Alright, the K386 just got written up. And it can have a max quality of 50. It's also very expensive to brew because it incorporates a lot more ingredients than the other stuff. So the profit margins are probably less, despite the quality being so much higher. The next thing I want to unlock is probably brewery, so we'll just save up 170 research points for that. Alright, let's try the herbal brew. Aggro, make a full batch. And this is why I didn't want to repay the loan, because I would be in the negative already. My cellar is not even, that's like a pretty... I like the look of that cellar. It's creepy. It's really living up to its skeleton name, I think. And big picture here, if you're wondering, we are working towards leveling up our entire structure. So in terms of the research tree, the next stage or phase is the monastery phase 2. And then you have phase 3. So everything in monastery phase 2 is locked until we sort of like make a little bit more progress. But we're getting there for sure. Come on, fingers crossed. K386. 38. Nah, it could have been better, but we'll sell it. We'll see if Merps rolls a higher, because it's a pretty expensive to brew, but the variety might be welcomed. Because this week Malsdorf drank 70 liters of Yodel Light, so like we could just keep cranking out Yodel Light. That would work too. Hey Bandits, take a little bit more of Mold Ale, because it's moving to spoil. And then, let's see. To compare and contrast, I'll have Aggro make an herbal recipe as well. So let's raise... We need to raise, like, a little bit of everything. So... Let's raise strength. There. This is, like, kind of a bare minimum herbal ale. And this one's going to be named the Killian. Killian Herbist. See how that compares to the K386. And we'll keep the one that rolls highest. Am I raffling the brewers now? Yeah, just not on timers. Just a rolling raffle, if you will. Alright. She made K386 at 40. So honestly, they were both kind of unimpressive. Both batches of, they kind of had low rolls for both of the brewers I commonly use, which is unfortunate, but it's the way it is. So if we take a look at the K386, out of potentially 50, we got 40 and 38. I mean, it's not terrible. We'll see if Killian gets higher rolls. And I'm going to repay the loan now, because we had a bit of overhead. We also have the research points for the brewery. So what that is a... Where is it? It is like a bigger boiler, I thought? I think we need to delete the old stuff to put in the new stuff, but we'll do that after this batch. We're also just about at the next milestone in Malsdorf. And we're almost done giving out good beer to our peeps. New hires. You are a dumb nun. Call like it is. She dumb. Oh, I unlocked a second brewery. Correct. Thank you for pointing that out. And we need 750 for it, plus, you know, upkeep. So I probably need a little bit more money before we jump into that. All right, Kellyan Herbist, 25. That's pretty terrible. I think K386 is going to stick around as a result. We'll see if Merps brews Kellyan any better. So they're virtually the same quality. It's just Kellyan's cheaper to brew. So as you can see here, over there, K386 is up to 16 profit per 10 liter. Kellyan is 22. So Kellyan's a lower quality, but like maybe better in mass production, especially if Merps happens to brew it nicer. That's kind of up to Merp's role. Make my own brewery? Maybe coffee. I'm not much of a beer drinker though. But coffee, I can make mean coffee. Oh my god. You're just... don't tempt me. Now, satisfaction in our monastery has been pretty solid. If you've been watching the... oh, God, that got dirty. If you've been watching the up here, it's been euphoric. So work's going pretty smooth. Now, Kellyan, sorry. You got suck rolls on both. So if we open this up, Kellyan's rolls is 25-24. K386 is 40-38. So we have a really clear winner. Even though this is more economical to make, quality matters to me. Now, with all these deliveries, we should be... oh! We can now sell blondes to Malsdorf. That's what we unlocked here. So, let's do that. Let's brew up some whiz. I regret everything. And then, we're also unlocking the custodial closet. To unlock these groups, what we need to do is reach 100% reputation in one settlement, which we have not yet done because Hoppendorf is not quite there yet. Almost. So maybe this blonde will sell to Hoppendorf. And there we go. Bishop task complete. Fame, satisfaction, and monthly upkeep. Ooh, that's real nice. Mass reduction in monthly upkeep. If you're wondering what our upkeep is, it's like room upkeep and fermentines upkeep. It's not that high, but like a 50% reduction is quite nice. And then the satisfaction gain is also quite nice. I don't have any loans, right? No, I don't. Now, I would say, without having a third market, the demand is average here and the demand is very low here. We might not want to build another brewery, because, like, I'm already sort of brewing more than my customers can handle. Even with Merps, like, drunk on the ground. Right now, the seasonal trend is old ale. I have old ale right here. I think this is also old ale. Herbal unlocker. It is a old ale. So I'm going to sell this old ale to Hoppendorf 2, trying to encourage Hoppendorf to max out rep. And I just sold them a 40. Quality 40. Oh, this is a 47. So here's what I'll do. I'm gonna brew an herbal ale. No, that's pretty expensive. I'm gonna brew a whiz for us to drink and keep it here. Pay, brew, and store. Because I'm trying, even though Hoppendorf has very low demand for our stuff, trying to get the milestone would be nice. And light ale just became the seasonal trend. So maybe the light ale I'm making right now, because I think I'm making, maybe I'm making a blonde, I forget. Oh, and there's a order for light ale. Okay, so whether it's a blonde or a light ale, we'll be able to fulfill it. Sweet. So this is a blonde, and it's being stored. Nobody wants blondes right now, so we'll just drink this blonde. New brew. Yoda Light. Doesn't matter who. And the 60 of it will go to the special order, and then the other 40 will go to Hoppendorf, trying to max out that rep. Even though there's low demand, I should be able to nudge it. Oh, there we go. We must have done it. We must have done it. Hoppendorf is maxed, and this gives us the Market Trophy Chalice of Many Malts. That is, I believe, furniture? Is it a... general furniture? Where is it? Where's my chalice? Let me read that again. The Chalice of Many Malts. I thought it was furniture. But I don't see it. I don't know. What I do know is I've not been maintaining my lovely monastery as closely as I ought to. Oh god. The refectory has trash everywhere. But at this point, there's really no benefits other than just like money selling to Hoppendorf. So I can effectively ignore that. But we did unlock increased 10% chance successfully negotiating ale order, which is really nice. Increased minimum quality of the recipe by 2, and reduce room upkeep. So I'm going to do cheaper room maintenance for now. And then fundamentals of flavor, increasing the minimum quality. New order. So I'm going to have you guys decide whether I accept or reject. Time and again, we've tried to make sure that the monastery follows the standards of interior ornamentation. Alas, our brewers keep pushing that envelope. We must adorn the cloister. More ornamental than functional. Find the best pieces for the task and place them. So, place 5 pieces with 10 decoration or greater, and I get a reduction in room cost and furniture cost if I do it. It's probably doing this, if we do this, would be a good time to build a second brewery. Maybe? I don't know. But you guys can decide. I'll give you a minute to vote on that. And someone new to hire? He's kind of average. How close am I to the next milestone? Ooh, we're very close to the Maldorf milestone. So I'll, what are they asking for? Light ales? I'll brew some more Yoda. And send it over to them to try to hit that milestone. So you guys say reject it? That seems fair. I don't really need more adornment. I'm already at comfort 100%. So unless I had plans to add another room, I wouldn't really benefit from that. Here we go. I did not expect Maldorf to be that different, your maltiness. Time to experiment with a bit of complexity then. Let us get our brewers comfortable with, and then strive to discover amber ale. If its colors don't stupefy them, its sweetness will. Ensure comfort minimum of 50%. Already done that. Create a recipe with all virtues between 3 and 6, and brew 200 of it at 25 or greater to unlock ambers. All right. New. So everything between 3 and 6 sounds like it should be an old ale or an herbal ale. Let's try with old because they're cheaper. So everything between 3 and 6. So let's raise foam up. So this is going to be like an amber old. And then strength up. Okay, color got too strong, so let's reduce color. Brown malt is influencing, amber malt is influencing color. So we remove one amber alt. So now it's 2-2, we need a little bit stronger, and foamier, add pill. So 6633. We did it, an old ale, 6633. The pale and amber malt that we're using is the most discounted, so it's actually, even though it has a lot of ingredients, it's pretty discounted. And this will be written up by Merps and called the Amber Unlocker. And we need to brew 200 liters of it, which kind of is annoying because I don't have a market for it. I guess I could have tried to make it into a light. You know what? Maybe I'll see if I can make a light beer fulfill those requirements as a... Yeah, I'll do that instead. Let's throw this recipe out. I mean, it doesn't cost me anything to do. So let's try this again. New recipe for a light beer, because that's what's in season right now. So everything between 3 and 6 should still work. Because it, you know, I could sell it. So let's do... I need to reduce taste. The brown malt's a little strong. So increase color with amber then. Increase foam with amber. Taste got too high. Well, actually, that's fine. It is between 3 and 6. It doesn't care if it's colors. So even if it is tastes a little stronger, it's not a problem. Then we need to do foam. Amber again. So 5, 4, 3, 3. It's workable. It's not high quality though. And that's the problem. So yeah, I don't think I could do this with a light ale that hits the quality markers. So could I do blonde that hits the quality markers? Let's try. Well, no one's asking for blonde, so let's just do the old ales. Like I did before. I shouldn't have deleted that. Alright. Raise strength. Raise foam. And what I'm doing here is I'm sorting by the specific ingredients. So 5, 4... That's a little too strong. What can I do to reduce? Pale malt. Raise foam with amber malt. So this is exactly what I came up with before. Fine, whatever. Oh, I already... No, yeah, I did delete it. Alright, there's a custom order for herbal ale. Let's try to negotiate. Cool. 50 of it. I'll probably just make a full 100. And then after that, we'll make 2 giant batches of the unlocker, and we'll be good. What happened? Oh, an edict. Building permits. So, you don't demolish, build, or move any room. And at the end of this 2-month, I'll receive free upkeep, room cost, and furniture cost, and, alright, so, yeah, it's a building freeze. I can't do any building at all. But I benefit from it at the end. All right, bandits. I'm gonna whiz on you. Here you go. Here's some whiz. Just don't tell them that's what I named it. I hope we didn't label our bottles, handing them bottles of whiz. Yep, don't ask. Let's get Monk's Bargain so that when we have special orders, we can bargain them up. And at this point, we've now unlocked everything. It's one of the reasons why I generally don't have 2 researchers. Is at this point, there's nothing for us to unlock unless we level up. So this herbal ale goes to the custom order, and then the rest sells to Malsdorf. Malsdorf's waiting on the this custom amber ale task, so let's work towards that. Merp's getting the first crack at the amber ale unlocker. He rolled a 23. Is that even high enough? 25 or greater? No, it is not. Spoopy. I guess I'll drink it. Come on, Merps. And if Merps can't do it, then we just come up with another recipe. And you can see why all of the decorations in the brewery for, like, quality control are so important. Because, like, 1 or 2 points can mean the difference of a failed batch or a successful batch. And in my case, it was a failed batch. Which is a bummer. Because it's sitting in my cellar, making me no money. Damn you, aggro! Or, who wrote it? I think it was aggro. Yeah, damn you, aggro. I think it was just really bad luck, too. Just a really low roll. It's all chance. Alright, how'd she do? 17! Oh my good lord. Y'all are killing me. You're killing me. I'm just gonna overcharge for this. Because, like, I can't deal with 200 liters of swill. So if we take a look at the rolls here for the Amber Unlocker. Rolled a 9 and rolled a 5. Okay. We'll throw that out. Let's try an herbal then. I could feed it to bandits, but the bandits are pretty well satiated right now, so there's like no demand for it. So the problem is it's probably going to spoil in my basement before I can even give it to a bandit. Alright. How about an herbal that fulfills these requirements? It's going to be more expensive, but, like, whatever. So let's raise the foam to a 3. Flavor got too flavorful. Let's remove an amber alt malt and add a pale. No. 6. So foam is too low. Amber raises foam, but flavor too much. Alright, here we are. So this is, maybe raise the color up. No. Whatever, this is fine. So it's a 6, 3, 3, 5, 3. It's pretty strong. Everything is between 3 and 6. It's a little bit cost prohibitive to brew because it involves a lot of stuff, but yeah, whatever. So I'm gonna call this the Redeemer. See if they can redeem themselves as she falls asleep on the ground drunk. I saw that. Alright, now let's start brewing Redeemer. Aggro, you go first. I didn't mark the Amber Unlocker to be drunk. Everything, if they have the face, it's marked to be drank. So all of this is marked to be consumed. New people to hire. Amadeus looks like he could be a pretty good brewer-ish. And you look like you could be pretty productive, maybe as a custodian. I don't have room for... now I have room for another table. Are my rooms lit? Oh, I can't build anything new anyway. Are my, lit. Not fully lit. But whatever, we don't use that room very often. Lit. And it would be lit if I actually refueled, I think. Yeah, we could hire someone new. I think I'm going to hold off on that, though, for now. A special order for 100 liters of blonde ale. Negotiate. They accepted. I don't have one. I have 42 liters in my basement, so we'll have to do that. Okay. Here's another request. He wants me to build another brewery. Yay or nay. I'll give you 1 minute to vote on that. Right now, there isn't a lot of demand for me to, like, brew more, but I could build it anyway, because he's saying he'll sort of give me really nice final quality for 30 days if I do. It's up to you. And let's see if the Redeemer's any good. Come on, Redeemer! So it needs to be 25 or greater. It is a 29! So I'll sell it to Malsdorf. And once that's brewed up, I'll have... I could have them brew it again, but I'm going to have my other brewer try it out. For variety. So new brew, Redeemer, by Merps. So it's not any better than the last stuff I brewed. It's not better than the K386, but it's sufficient to unlock Amber, which all that matters. And you guys want me to accept this? Copy that. So build a brewery, build furniture that belongs to boiler and fermenter, and if I do that, he gives me big bonuses. The problem is I don't have a lot of liquidity right now, so I'm gonna have to wait for a little bit more money in the bank. Like maybe after I fulfill this blonde ale order. Right now, Hoppendorf has 172 liters of stuff, and Malsdorf just has the Redeemer I just delivered, so I have not really been supplying Malsdorf all that well. Copy that. And they're asking for light ales. And this is asking for a blonde ale. So I have demand for 3 different types right now, which is kind of oof. I did just make a whole bunch of money, though. But I can't build anything until this edict is over. So I'll fulfill the bishop's request after this building permits edict is done. Because they're kind of contradicting one another. $44! You knocked it out of the park, girl. Alright, let's brew that blonde now. So the Redeemer, she rolled a 39, he rolled a 15. Ain't that a difference? Alright. We have a contract for 100 blonde, so we will deliver the whiz. And Ambers are good. We did it. We gained Florence, fame, and bandit standard deterioration reduction. And I want her, Burps, to be the author of the next our first amber, because she's better at it than aggro. So I'm gonna wait until she's done brewing. The next milestone now we can work on at Malsdorf, which is great. And the Redeemer can be thrown out. It's not better than K386, and it's more expensive, but it fulfilled the amber requirements, so that's all that matters. Alright, custom order delivered. Now that that's done, let's try our hand at an amber. We're getting some new ingredients here. So now we have classic hops and standard yeast. My first amber, I want it just to be as simple and cheap as possible. So, to raise the strength, 2 pale malt. To raise the color, a brown malt. And to raise the foam... Oh, maybe we'll take out the brown malt. 2 amber, 3 amber. Alright, that works. So now it's like virtuous and about as cheap as I could make it. And adding, so as you can see up here, adding any more ingredients to it would ruin it. So it's a max of 44. Can I do better than that? Oh, adding honey. Max of 45. Yeah, let's do that. So it's a slightly honeyed amber. Alright. Merps, you're writing it up? And, I'm gonna give it... a very weapony name. Flambert. Alright. Hey, look at this! We now have the ability to upgrade our Abbey. So at 2k coin, because we have 4 employees and no loans, we can officially upgrade, which then, that's going to be my big goal, because that gives me the monastery phase tier 2. Because right now I'm making research points that I can't spend. So trying to get 2k coin is going to be big important. Probably means that the building the brewery is going to have to wait, because that's going to be costly. Alright, so that new amber is good to go. Is there even demand for it, though? Malsdorf will buy it. So yeah, let's do it. New brew. The amber. I did name it after you guys, and Agro will brew it. Once we upgrade the Abbey, I'll consider expanding the brewery and hiring a custodian so I don't have to do lights and sweeping as often. Stuff like that. Quality is a 50. That's very strong. It's not making a ton of money because of the ingredients that go into it, but pretty good. In fact, I think that was max. He straight maxed out. Merps, you want to see if you can match him? But yeah, a max roll, pretty freaking awesome. If there was a contest to make ambers, that would do very, very well in the contest. So after Merps tries her hand at making a flambert, we'll just try to make as much money as we can to unlock Abbey upgrades. And a lot of the money that we pooled up was due to the full reduction monthly upkeep costs. Building permits is, you know, super, super helpful as a result. Because it did have us bankroll. There's a demand for herbal ale. I'm going to try to negotiate. We still got it. So next batch will be herbal, And she rolled a 50 as well. Oh boy, my embers are hot. God dang. So take a look at the flamberge. He rolled a 38. She rolled a 39. And both hit max quality as a result. Awesome. Alright, there was an herbal order. So, brew some K386. And the building permits is a success. So now I have reduction in room construction costs and furniture costs. The thing is, I'm probably going to try to wait to build the second brewery. What was the reward for this? Yeah, I'm going to wait to build the brewery until the very end of this reduction cost, trying to get the bigger Abbey. Thank you for tuning in to Ale Abbey, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video, if you even read it. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow monks.